Hello and welcome to Web Sports Machine. I'm your announcer Adam Brown tonight, and as always, we are excited to bring you another matchup of the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Tonight's game is between the Mount Vernon Marauders and the home Delta Eagles. The game has just started. We are having technical difficulties, so I'll be doing just an audio broadcast for now while we try and work things out. Ryan Bickford is brought down on the return at the 20-yard line, so the Eagles will come out on offense for the first time tonight from their own 20-yard line.
Ryan Victor with kickoff return. Tackle made by number 35, Hanson Nicholson.
So let's see what Cade Jones and this offense can do tonight against these Marauders. They've been coming in averaging over 30 points per game. But Mount Vernon has a very stingy defense all season when it comes to the other team's offenses. But Joe Spiegel's going to be the player to watch tonight in the backfield for the Eagles. He's their leading rusher. That's Mason Bechtold to the outside, almost picking up a first down. He's brought it to the 31-yard line. That will move the chains on the first play of tonight's ball game.
Pushed out of bounds by number 22, Alec Roman.
Actually, it's going to be 2nd and 1 from the 29. Hand out to Spiegel up the middle, gets up the first down. Gained about 4 yards on the play. That will move the chains for the first time tonight. Like I said, Spiegel's been averaging 136 yards per game on the ground. And he's been really what has kept this Eagle offense moving all season. They've been able to pound away at the clock and on the ground with him, as well as Mason Bechtold and Bryce Dishman. But if you want to talk about rushing games, be ready to watch Mount Vernon on offense tonight. They have 2 players, Anthony Burdett and Tyler Dix, both averaging over 200 yards per game. Bechtold stopped by number 30, Seth Hammett. Hammett's a 6'1", 175 senior. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. Eagles have yet to pass tonight. The screen pass to Joe Spiegel, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Great defensive play by Brandon Lindman.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel. Broken up by the Marauders, number 66, Brandon Lindman.
So the first third down of the night is 9 yards to move the chains with 10:46 left in the first quarter. So big play for the Eagles at their own 33-yard line. It's a handoff to Joe Spiegel up the middle, and he moves the chains for the Eagles. So a big third down play by Joe Spiegel. Gets it just enough for the first down.
Dragged down by number 81, Alex Chambers. First down, Eagles.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 45. So ball on the 45, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. As Tavish Rattray out to the right, Rob Fox to the left. Spiegel picks up another 5 yards on the carry.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel up the middle. Tackle made by number 45, Andy Spears, and number 48, Cody Baker.
It's now 2nd and 4 from the 49 inside Marauders territory for the first time tonight, with 9:52 left in the first. The backwards pass, so it's going to be a fumble, and it's recovered by Bryce Dishman out of bounds. Loss of about 7 on the play will bring up 3rd and 11.
Passing complete, intended for number 29, Bryce Fishman.
So now 3rd and 11 for Cade Jones. Typical passing situation coming up. This, without a doubt, has to be the biggest game going on in the Hoosier Heritage Conference tonight. This will pretty much decide who wins the conference. With Delta only having 1 loss and Mount Vernon yet to lose in the conference, if Delta can beat Mount Vernon, they would have the tiebreaker. Which Delta next week has Shelbyville, which Shelbyville has not had a very good season so far. So you'd have to assume that the Eagles could come in there and get an easy victory, but you never know. It's a very competitive conference. But without a doubt, a very big game right now. Beckford has room to run. He's brought down about 3 yards shy of the first down. So that's Jones's first completed pass tonight. It's good for about 9 yards.
11, Ryan Beckford. Tackle made by number 24, Tyler Dix.
That will send out the punt unit for the Eagles. Here with 9:10 left in the first quarter, 4th and 3. That'll be Tyler Dix set back to return for the Marauders. And John Kern set back to kick for the Eagles. It's a short punt out of bounds. Going to be marked right around the 40-yard line. So a weak punt's going to give the Marauders the ball with great field position at the 37. And if you watch this offense, it is something that you do not see very often around here in high school football. They run pretty much a belly/goal line offense on every offensive play. Passing is their weakness, so if the Eagles can contain them, they should be able to control this game, but it's going to be very hard to do with Burnett and Dix in the backfield. So 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. Taking lots of time down on the field. Something is wrong with the play clock. The one on the south end zone is not working. First carry is brought down just past the line of scrimmage, gain of about 3. That was Anthony Burnett on the carry. Eagles are switching it up on defense this week, going with 5 down linemen instead of 3. Tyler Dix getting to the outside. He's pushed out of bounds just past the first down marker.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dix. Pushed out of bounds by number 5, Landon Sullivan.
So gain of about 11 yards on the play. Will move the chains. Ball now on the 49-yard line. Like I said, the Eagles are now having 5 down linemen. Handoff up the middle to Andy Spears. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and about 6. Sweep right, and he has nowhere to run. Brought down in the backfield by John Kern. So the Eagles have done lots of scouting, and they know this offense by the Marauders. This is a totally different defense than we have seen all year by the Eagles. It's almost like they have 0 cornerbacks. It's almost like they're outside linebackers. That's Avery Hazley and Alex Fuadavai. Picks up the first down on 3rd down. That will once again move the chains for the Marauders. Now it's Tyler Dix on the carry.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dix. Tackle made by number 11, Ryan Bickford. First down, Mount Vernon.
So going with the no huddle, they pick up a few yards on first down. Actually, they picked up about 5 yards, so 2nd and 5 now for the Marauders.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dick. Tackle made by number 1, Alex Guadalaj.
Handed off up the middle to Andy Spears once again. Picked up a few on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to move the chains.
Number 45, Andy Spears, the ball carrier. Stopped by the Eagle defense.
He's brought down shy of the first down marker. Is going to bring up 4th and 2, so a big play coming up.
Ball carried by number 25, Anthony Burnett.
You're almost in 4-down territory right now. Too close to punt, too far to kick. So I'd imagine Coach Armstrong's going to go for it, and he is, sending the quarterback out with the play. So 4th and 3, biggest play of the night so far. 5:25 left in the first. 4th and 3 for the Marauders. Dix picks up the first down. So big play on 3rd down last time. And an awfully clutch play on 4th down this time to move the chains. It's now 1st and 10 from the 25. So once again, Tyler Dix getting some big yards on 1st down. Gain of about 8 on the play. Already has 41 yards rushing on the night. This is their first time with the ball in the first quarter.
Number 24, Tyler Dix, the ball carrier.
So now 2nd and about 3 yards for the first. So Tyler Dix moves the chains once again inside the red zone for the first time on the 12 with just under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play tonight.
Number 24, Tyler Dix, the ball carrier for a short gain. Tackle made by number 1, Alex Guadalaj.
Brought down by Alex Fuadavai on the play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 12. This time to Andy Spears, picks up about 3 yards on the play. So Spears is your more kind of old school fullback. They like to give it to him in short yardage situations, just kind of go in there and pick up a few yards, just like the Fridge did back for the Bears in the mid-'80s. So it's now 3rd and 7 from the 9. Tyler Dix is stopped just shy of the first down marker. But the Eagles have got to figure something out in order to stop this rushing offense. So 4 yards outside the end zone. They're going for it on 4th down. 2 yards to move the chains. 4 yards to get 6 points and the touchdown. Tyler Dix gets the touchdown on the 4-yard run. It's now 6-0 Marauders up early with 2:49 left in the first quarter of play tonight. So Tyler Dix on that drive, 8 carries, 63 yards, gets the touchdown. And that is nothing short of what we expected to see from him tonight. And if you can get Delta to switch up their defense on you, have 5 down linemen instead of 3, you know you have something going on the rushing game. And the PAT is good by Logan Justice. So now 7-0 Marauders up early over the Eagles, and we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After the score, it makes it 7-0 with the PAT, so 2:49 left in the first. Mount Vernon is up over the Eagles 7-0. And set back to return the kick for the first time, number 1, Alex Fuadavai. And as always, number 20, Joe Spiegel. And it would be Logan Justice kicking off for the Marauders. So Fuadavai with the return. Has room to run. He breaks away. Big return by Alex Fuadavai. And I tell you what, this kid has been making plays all over the field all season. That's his first return. Brings him back to the 45-yard line. So he was 1 man away from breaking it all the way to the end zone, and the Eagles will take over at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. With 2:41 left to play in the first. Joe Spiegel to the outside. Picks up about 5 yards. He's brought down by Alec Lohman.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Tackle made by number 22, Alec Lohman.
It's now 2nd and about 6 yards to go. Maybe a long 5. But either way, the ball is spotted at the 49-yard line. Handoff again to Spiegel. Stopped just past the line of scrimmage.
Joe Spiegel carries the ball up the middle.
Picks up maybe a yard, so the ball's going to be spotted right on the 50. 3rd and 5 for Delta. So another big play for this Eagle offense. They've attempted 3 passes tonight, completed 1 for only 9 yards. This time Rob Fox had it in his hands and he dropped it. We'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Eagles. So in clutch situations and big games like this, you got to convert when you have the opportunity. Now 4th and 5 for the Eagles after the drop pass. John Kern will be set back to kick. This time a beautiful kick. Takes kind of a neutral bounce and is down at the 24-yard line. So Mount Vernon will take over 109 left in the first, up 7-0 with the ball on their own 24.
Ball down by the Eagles at the 24-yard line.
So 109 left in the first. Mount Vernon has yet to try and complete a pass. I guess you really don't need to when you have Tyler Dix picking up about 8 yards per carry. Fumble on the play. Delta thinks they have it. And they do, so they will take over after the turnover. 4 yards outside the red zone. I believe they're going to credit Tyler Dix with the fumble. Lots of times you have fumbles like those, it's on the exchange. You don't really know who to credit it to. But I think they're going to credit it to Tyler Dix. So 1st and 10, Eagles from the 24. Dishman gets his first carry, picks up about 2 yards on the play, if that.
Ball carried by number 29, Bryce Dishman.
So with under 50 seconds to go, 2nd and 8 for the Eagles here in the first quarter. Okay, Jones drops back to pass, and once again it is dropped by an Eagle receiver, this time Ryan Bickford. Last week against Rushville, Kay Jones had a hard time completing any type of pass. But this week he's completing them, it's just they're dropping him as soon as they catch it. It's now 3rd and 9 for the Eagles with 25.6 left in the first quarter, down by 7. Draw play to Joe Spiegel, and he is stopped way short of the first down, right around the line of scrimmage. So once again, it's a 4-down territory play.
Joe Spiegel, the ball carrier.
Probably going to let the clock wind down here in the first quarter.
Number 81, Alex Chambers.
And that they will do, down by 7. Eagles will have the ball when we get back on the 21-yard line, and we'll be right back with more action. You're watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. There was some confusion up here in the press box. The game clock went down to end the first quarter, but there must have been a timeout called by somebody down on the field because we have 3 seconds left on the clock. here in the first quarter. So now 4th and 9 from their own, or actually from the Marauders' 22-yard line. Huge play on 4th down for the Eagles. So now a timeout called by Delta. They tried drawing them off sides. And I am honestly really confused by what's going on now. We had the first quarter come to an end. They put 3 seconds back on the clock. So there must have been a timeout called there. And now we have another timeout called. So finally when play gets underway once again, there will be 3 seconds left on the clock. 4th and 9. Eagles have the ball on their own 22-yard line. Down by 7. So here we go, 4th and 9 for the Eagles. From their own, or actually from the Marauders' 22-yard line. This time the pass is completed and they will move the chains. And that will wrap up the first quarter of action here at Delta High School. Mount Vernon out on top 7-0. And we will be right back with more action. You're watching Web Sports Machine.
The Barn Lot is your shed and carport headquarters. The Barn Lot offers sheds, barns, cabins, and carports. They offer rent-to-own, no credit check, and free delivery. The Barn Lot is located on Meeker Road at the 67 Bypass in Muncie. Call the Barn Lot today at 813-245-0476.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. While we have a break in the action here, I'd like to thank Delta High School faculty and staff for making tonight's broadcast possible. Short recap on what happened in the first quarter. Delta had a forced punt on the first possession of the game. And then Mount Vernon marched down the field. Tyler Dix had 8 carries for 63 yards, 1 touchdown. He did have a fumble in the first quarter. And for Delta, the leading rusher is Joe Spiegel, 6 for 24. And Cade Jones is 2 for 6, 15 yards passing. The Eagles have had 2 dropped passes, and Mount Vernon has yet to attempt a pass. Right now, down on the field, it is 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Eagles have the ball for the first time in the red zone tonight. Looking to try and tie this ball game up. Mason Bechtold to the outside. After the hard collision, he's brought down after about a gain of 4. Actually make that a gain of about 2 or 3. So now 2nd and 7 yards outside the end zone. Goal to go with 11:25 left in the first half. Joe Spiegel up the middle, and he's stopped about 4 yards outside the end zone.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel runs the ball up the middle. Tackle made by number 58, Lucas Rice.
And if you cannot tell it by our broadcast, it is cold, wet, and rainy here at Delta High School. So it's got to be tough for these players playing on this wet turf. Now Delta 5 yards outside the end zone, 3rd down. Sweep to Joe Spiegel, and he stopped in the backfield. Marauders getting a huge stop on 3rd down. brought down in the backfield by number 45, Andy Spears.
Joe Spiegel brought down behind the line.
Spears is a 6'2", 210-pound senior.
Contact made by number 45, Andy
Plays
Spears.
fullback on offense and linebacker on defense. So the Eagles are going to attempt a field goal. I believe this will be either the second or third field goal attempted this season by John Kern. Tate Stone will be on to hold. So delay of game on the offense will push them back another 5 yards, and that could be killer right here, trying to attempt a field goal. So again, John Kern's going to try and attempt this field goal. It will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it sails wide left. So they will turn it over on downs at the 19-yard line. Actually make that the 13-yard line, excuse me. But either way, it is 7-0 Marauders, 9:41 left in the first half as they take over on offense. So 1st and 10 Marauders from the 20-yard line. Anthony Burnett is stopped in the backfield. Actually, maybe a gain of 1. He might have gotten to the line of scrimmage. They're going to spot it now, 2nd and 9.
Ball carrier by number 25, Anthony Burnett.
So Burnett this time again is stopped right around the line of scrimmage. So the Eagles are doing a great job containing Anthony Burnett. He only has 4 carries tonight with 5 yards. So Ben Delisle trying to hustle off the field. Actually, that is not Ben Delisle. That is Luke Overfield. Overfield has not had any experience on the defensive side of things this season. So on 3rd and long, they try and get the first down by the ground game. And Coach Segunda is very pleased with his defense, making a huge 3rd down stop. Which brings up 4th down, and now the punt unit will come out onto the field for the first time tonight for Mount Vernon.
Tackle made by number 51, Clay Bolingham.
And for the first time tonight, Alex Fawadabai will be back to return the kick. He had a huge, actually to return the punt. He had a huge kick return earlier in the game. Got him all the way to the 45-yard line. Let's see what he can do here with 7:50 left in the first half. Takes a great Marauder bounce, and they actually downed it before it stopped bouncing. I do not understand why, but that will make it Eagles ball on the 41-yard line with 7:42 left in the first half to play. So 1st and 10, actually from the 48. Refs taking lots of time to put this ball in play. Play action pass, and he has a man complete over the middle. Actually, it is dropped by Bryce Dishman. He bobbled it a couple times and was hit hard. He was hit by number 30, Seth Hammett. So it was a very tough catch. That is the third dropped pass tonight by the Eagles. Now Tate Stone coming out to play wide receiver. Again, a screen pass to Ryan Bickford. It's complete, and another hard hit by the Marauders. That was Alex Chambers. Chambers stands at 6'4", 185 pounds. So not a man you want to get hit by, as you see there. Ryan Bickford goes down hard with just over 7 minutes to go in the first. Jones drops back to pass once again. This time it goes through Rob Fox's hands once again. There goes the clipboard. So 2 dropped passes. I don't even know if you can consider that one a dropped pass. It just went right through his hands. But either way, it brings up 4th down and 7 for the Eagles. And John Kern comes out to kick or to punt once again. That is the 4th dropped pass by the Eagles tonight. John Kern boots one down right around the end zone. He touches it. They're going to call it a touchback. And I have to say I disagree with the call. I think he touched it around the 2-yard line. But obviously he had a better view than me, I guess. So now 7-0 Mount Vernon. 6:45 left in the first half as they take over from their own 20-yard line. The rain is starting to come down a little harder. So back-to-back home games for the Eagles has had some terrible weather. Last time they played Pendleton Heights, got about a 3.5-hour lightning delay. Burnett trying to get to the outside. He picks up the most yards he's got all night. And he matches what he already had, so now 10 yards on the ground for Anthony Burnett on just 5 carries.
Number 25.
Actually, I'm going to give him a very generous spot, making about an 8-yard gain. Waterby picks up his 2nd tackle of the night. 2nd and 2 for Mount Vernon. Hand off to Burnett once again. Keeps the pile moving. They were stopped just past the line of scrimmage, but they end up picking up more than 10 yards. So it's going to move the chains. So keeping the feet moving. It'll now be on the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mount Vernon. They've still yet to attempt a pass. Anthony Burnett once again. So the D-line has got to straighten up if they want to try and stop this Mount Vernon offense. Earlier in the season, Mount Vernon played a game against Pendleton Heights in which they scored 50-plus points, actually 56 points, that is. They had 543 rushing yards and 0 pass attempts. This time Andy Spears has dropped about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. It's now 3rd and 4 for the Marauders on the 47-yard line. Andy Spears once again gets the first down. Gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Number 45, Andy Spears up the middle. Initial contact made by number 2, Austin Conway.
This is Delta's homecoming, so we're going to try and bring you some of their homecoming festivities during halftime. Make sure you stay tuned for that. 4:30 left in the first half. As Andy Spears picks up about 5 yards on first down. So if you're watching this game tonight, you have to imagine with the way this rushing offense is going for the Marauders, yet to attempt to pass. If they were to go to play action, I would assume the receivers would be wide open. I mean, you have to also assume that Delta is not expecting the pass. So I'm expecting sometime tonight they'll try and pass the ball, but with Tyler Dix rushing it like he is now, fumble on the play. It's still loose down on the field. The refs are saying it was recovered by Mount Vernon. So on the fumble, they will pick up the first down and more. That's Dix's second fumble tonight on 10 carries.
Number 72, Nick Smoot.
So 1st and 10 from the 30. Inside Eagles territory once again. The Eagles have got to do a better job of wrapping up. Anthony Burnett picking up about 15 yards on the carry. So starting this drive, ladies and gentlemen, he had only 5 yards rushing. Now he is almost to 50 yards. He has 49 on the night, which means 44 on just this drive alone. Good defensive stand by the Eagles on first down. Stops Burnett right around the line of scrimmage.
Number 25, Anthony Burnett, the ball carrier, met at the line of scrimmage.
May have picked up about a yard. With the first half winding down, there's 3 minutes left. Mount Vernon is the only touchdown of the night, 7-0. When the Eagles headed inside the red zone, they were going to try and attempt a field goal from 24 yards. They had a false, delay of game penalty on them, backed them up to 29 yards. They missed the field goal. Now Tyler Dix trying to get to the outside. He's brought down by Landon Sullivan right around the 3 or 4 yard line.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dix. Tackle made by number 5, Landon Sullivan.
So Tyler Dix is closing in on the century mark tonight in the first half, which is nothing short of what we expected. He's been doing it all season. Now 1st and goal from the 3. And Andy Spears will punch it in for the touchdown. So make it 13-0.
Number 45, Andy Spears.
Here with 2:15 left in the first half, that is. On the kick, the PAT is Logan Justice. And the PAT is good. So now a 2-score game, 14-0. 2:15 left in the first half. Mount Vernon out on top, and we will be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. After the touchdown and PAT by Mount Vernon, it is a 14-0 game. That's where we stand. 2:15 left in the first half. Andy Spears got his first touchdown of the night. He has 7 carries for 26 yards. So a short kick, and he is hammered. That was John Kern on the catch, and he was brought down hard by Cameron Risper. So they will take over with decent field position on the 36. No time went off the clock.
Number 2, Cameron Risper with the tackle for the Marauders.
So 1st and 10 Eagles. Going with 3 wide receivers this time. It is another backwards pass. So we'll be credited with a fumble, I believe. So now Tate Stone will bring the play out into the huddle. It's a 14-0 ball game, so 2-possession game with under 2 minutes to go in the first half of play tonight here at Delta High School. Fumble on the play. Mount Vernon says they have it. It must have been recovered by the Eagles. That was Eagles' first fumble on the night. Looked again like it was on the exchange. So now under 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Eagles have the ball on actually on their own 26-yard line, down by 2 scores. Mount Vernon will have the ball to start out the second half, as Delta elected to receive on the coin toss tonight. Now a timeout by Coach Segunda and this Eagle offense. So Coach Segunda has got to be unhappy with his team the way they are playing. You know, last week against Rushville, we were unable to bring you that webcast, but we were there to watch it, and we did get some highlights for that. But I tell you what, they had a very hard time completing anything through the air, and that was mainly on Cade Jones. He was unable to really find a groove and stick with it. But tonight he is hitting his receivers. They have 4 dropped passes, which make him 3 for 10, 17 yards. They've had 2 plays that were backwards passes, which ended up being fumbles. One went out of bounds. The other was recovered by Bryce Dishman. So now 3rd and 20 front for the Eagles on their own 26-yard line. Fumble on the snap, recovered by Cade Jones. So Cade Jones doing his best Rex Grossman impression with 26 seconds left in the first half.
Number 8, quarterback Cade Jones recovers the fumble on the snap.
Now to bring up 4th and 21. Actually make that 4th and 22. And the punt units will come out onto the field once again for the Eagles. So it'll be Tyler Dix set back to return for the Marauders. Dix has been the leading rusher so far on the night. He has 86 yards on 11 carries, 1 touchdown, although he does have 2 fumbles. One of them was on the exchange. The other one was an open field fumble. But neither one has come back to haunt the Marauders yet. So 26 seconds left in the first half as John Kern is set back to punt. It's a decent punt, and it takes a Mount Vernon bounce. It is down by the long snapper, Drew Jeffers. So Mount Vernon will take over. Ball on the 48-yard line, so 52 yards for the score. It's a 2-possession ball game, 14-0, with 17.9 left in the first half. I'm hoping I'll see the first pass attempt tonight from the Marauders on this possession. They're just going to keep it on the ground. Getting to the outside. Clock will keep moving. Actually, they picked up the first down, so it will stop while they move the chains. That was Anthony Burnett on the carry. About 11 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. We have a timeout called by Mount Vernon with 7.4 left in the half, so this possibly could be the last play before we go into halftime. So they're going to put 1.9 seconds back on the clock. So that makes 9 seconds left in the first half. So there might be just enough time to get 2 plays off. But Mount Vernon is up 14-0. First and 10, Marauders have the ball from the 41. They have 2 wide receivers out left. Delta's pretty much in there, prevent defense. The first pass attempt of the night, but he's not going to, actually he is going to pass it. It looked like he was past the line of scrimmage, but the pass is tipped away by Alex Fawadavai. So the one time they try and pass it tonight, he throws it past the line of scrimmage. So that will move him back, I believe. So Mount Vernon is just going to take a knee and let the clock run out. And that will wrap up the first half of play tonight. Mount Vernon is up by 2 scores, 14-0. And we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. Right now it is halftime, but it is homecoming here at Delta High School, so we're going to try and bring you their festivities that are going on. They're going to have some floats going around the track. They're announcing them homecoming king and queen. So we're going to try and bring you that coverage. But after halftime, we'll be right back with more action here on the field. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
Results of the court building competition are freshmen in 4th place, sophomores in 3rd, juniors in 2nd, and seniors in 1st place. And now for our homecoming court, our freshman prince and princess, Mr. Caleb Slavin and Miss Natalie Greider. Sophomore prince and princess, Mr. Mason Bechtel and Miss Gracie Hollers. Junior prince and princess, Mr. Clay Fullenkamp, Miss Madison Ashman. And our king and queen candidates, Mr. Tanner Anderson and Miss Natalie Alexander. Mr. Bryce Dishman and Miss Lauren Eldridge. Mr. Christian Robinson and Miss Emily Greider. Mr. Avery Hazley and Miss Lauren Ogle. And Mr. Timothy Howe and Miss Samantha Zachary. And now your 2012 homecoming king, making it a true Howcoming, Mr. Timothy Howe. And your 2012 homecoming queen, Miss Emily Greider.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. It's still halftime here at Delta High School. Just under 90 seconds to go, and we will be right back with more action after the half. You are watching Webb Sports Machine.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. We're about to kick off the second half. Mount Vernon will be set back to return since Delta elected to receive in the first half. Right now we stand at a 14-0 ball game. Two scores. One was by Andy Spears on a 4-yard touchdown run, and the other one was by Tyler Dix. So back to return are Anthony Burnett and Tyler Dix, the two leading rushers for Mount Vernon on the season. Like I mentioned a minute ago, John Curran set back to kick for the Eagles. It's a short kick. Going to be pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That return was by number 20, Brayton Shannon.
Kickoff return by number 20, Brayton Shannon. Pushed out of bounds by number 4, Caddis Rattray.
So now 1st and 10 Marauders from the 25-yard line. Burnett with the carry, keeping the pile moving. That now makes 11 carries on the night for Burnett. 64 yards on the ground. Leading rusher in the first half was Tyler Dix, 11 carries, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. He did have 2 fumbles. One was on the exchange from the quarterback. And Andy Spears had 7 carries for 26 yards along with 1 touchdown. Joe Spiegel was 7 for 27, and Mason Bechtold was 3 for 15. Burnett to the outside. Breaks away. Fumble on the play at the 40-yard line. That's who comes up with that at the bottom of the pile. It will be Eagles ball on the 40-yard line. Penalty marker is down. It was very late, so I assume it will not affect the play. That was Burnett's first fumble on the night. So inside Marauder territory, they take over down by 2 possessions. The flag is going to be against the Marauders, unsportsmanlike conduct. So now instead of taking over at the 40, a 15-yard penalty will put him at the 25-yard line. First and 10 Eagles. Passing, the Eagles are 3 for 10, only 17 yards. Cade Jones has been able to hook up with a couple receivers, but they've had 4 dropped passes on the night. Spiegel to the outside, has room to run, but he's brought down fast by the Marauders. Try getting to the outside. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Tackle made by number 2, Cameron Risper, and number 24, Tyler Dix.
So 2nd and 7 now from the 23. Fumble on the play, and Cade Jones falls on it. That's the second snap that has been fumbled tonight by Cade Jones. We'll make it 3rd and 8. Once again from the 23-yard line. So this far outside the end zone, you imagine this is a 4-down territory anyway, so if they don't pick it up on 3rd down, I'm assuming Coach Segunda will go for it. Going to hand off to Mason Bechtold. Cuts it up the middle, picks up the first down. Gain of about 10 on the play. That's Bechtold's 4th carry, now 25 yards on the ground. So inside the red zone, once again for the Eagles, the 2nd time tonight. Ball is going to be on the 13-yard line. And fans, if you haven't noticed, and if you are an avid Delta fan, you obviously know that Jalen Robinson is out for the remainder of the season. He was their leading wide receiver. He was injured a few weeks ago at Yorktown High School. Joe Spiegel picks up about 6 yards on 1st down, so they are moving the ball up the field. Gain of about 5.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel, for a gain of 3. Tackle made by number 15, Jordan.
So 2nd and 5 inside the 10-yard line. Bechtold in motion. Bechtold's going to cut it up the field, and he gets the first down. So gain of about 7. He will move the chains, and it will be 1st and goal from about the 3-yard line, so no more than a PAT. So 2 yards outside the end zone, 8:33 left in the 3rd quarter. The Eagles are down by 2 scores, trying to cut that lead in half as they are knocking on the end zone for the first time tonight. Cade Jones with the QB keeper. Fumble on the play. From up here, it looked like he was obviously down on the ground. And I don't know if we have the replacement refs out on the field, but to me that is an absolutely terrible call. But it will be a turnover on the 1-yard line for the Eagles. I don't understand how this ref on this side of the field missed that call. Cade Jones was clearly down after he fumbled the ball, but that will be his 3rd fumble of the night. 2 on the snap. Just trying to get outside the end zone, give him some more room to work with. That's Andy Spears on the carry. You know, and that has just got to be detrimental to the Eagles tonight. They had a great drive coming out. They got the ball on the 40. They marched down to the 2. And for a minute, I thought Cade Jones was inside the end zone. But it's now Marauder ball on the 5, 2nd and 7. And Spears back-to-back carries. Picks up the first down.
Number 45, Andy Spears, the ball carrier for the Marauders.
So 1st and 10 from the 12. Marauders up by 2 scores, 14-0, 7:16 left in the third quarter. So that play will keep the clock moving. 2nd and 7 now after the 3-yard pickup by Spears once again. Trying to get to the outside. Dix has room to work with. Breaks away, and he might take this one all the way back to the end zone. So Tyler Dix is going to rush this one in. That is an 85-yard touchdown run by Tyler Dix. That'll make it a 3-score game here at Delta High School. And just as Delta was getting momentum, they fumbled it on the goal line. And now Tyler Dix capping off a 4-play, 99-yard drive with an 85-yard touchdown run. Now Logan Justice will be on to kick the PAT, going to try and make it a 21-0 ball game. The kick is up, and it is good. It sails through the uprights. So 7:26 left in the third quarter. Eagles down 21-0, and we will be right back with more action right here on Web Sports Machine.
In 2002, the average internet user spent 46 minutes a day online. Today, the average internet user spends more than 4 hours a day online. Beach Media helps you reach customers online through content like tonight's game, as well as customized internet marketing strategies designed specifically for your business. Your customers are online, and that's where you need to engage with them. For sponsorship and advertising opportunities, call Kyle at 813-245-0476.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. If you're just now tuning in, this game pretty much will decide who wins the Hoosier Heritage Conference title this season. And right now, after the last touchdown, it is a 21-0 ball game. Tyler Dix has 11 carries, 171 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns. He does have 2 fumbles on the night. Andy Spears has the other touchdown for the Marauders, 10 carries, 39 yards. So they have 32 plays on offense tonight. 31 of them are on the ground, and the only pass attempt they had, the quarterback threw it about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. Fair catch called by Chase Carpenter, and he muffs the kick, or he muffs the reception. So with 6 minutes and 26 seconds left in the third quarter of play, Cade Jones in this offense comes back on the field once again, down by 21. So as Cade Jones brings the play out into the huddle, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Cade Jones scrambling out, trying to find somebody to throw it to, and he tried throwing it out of bounds. But it was almost intercepted by Mount Vernon. That was number 86, Ross Hook.
That's incomplete, intended for number 4, Kyle Stratford.
That makes Jones 3 for 11 on the night, 17 yards. The Eagles have yet to get over 100 yards for the game. They have 77 rushing and 17 passing, with 6:19 left in the third. Bryce Dishman to the outside. Had nowhere to go. The holes are collapsing awfully fast for this Eagle offense. That'll bring up third down. So 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. Ball on their own 28-yard line. Handoff is to Joe Spiegel. He has room to work with. Tries to break away, and he picks up a huge carry. So enough to move the first down marker. Now 1st and 10 Eagles from the Marauders' 34-yard line. Mason Bechtold tried to get into the outside, and he is brought down hard by the Marauders. Literally no gain on the play.
Tackle made by number 45, Andy Spears.
Carry by Spiegel puts him at 71 yards on the night. He has 10 carries. He's tonight's second leading rusher behind Tyler Dix of Mount Vernon. 11 carries, 171 yards. Jones drops back to pass. It's a screen pass to Bryce Dishman. It is completed tonight. That's the 3rd time they have tried that play. 2 of them got credited as lateral or backwards passes, which ended up being fumbles. So a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 4. 3rd and a short 4 for the first down. Bechtold goes in motion. They'll hand it off to Joe Spiegel, who will be stopped right around the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he got enough to move the first down marker. It appears he did. So on 3rd down, he picks up about 5 yards.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel.
So 1st and 10 from the 23. Back to once again in motion. Same play as the last. Handoff to Joe Spiegel up the middle. He picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Lucas Rice.
So now 2nd and 6 after the first down run by Joe Spiegel. Ball on the 19-yard line, so inside the red zone for the 3rd time today. They have yet to score. They've one time had a missed field goal from 29 yards out. Screen pass is caught by Joe Spiegel. It was initially tipped by the Marauders.
Pass complete to number 20, Joe Spiegel.
Gain of about 3 on the play.
Christian Blanton.
So 3rd and 4 from the 15. Another fumble on the play. That is Cade Jones's 4th fumble on the night. One came from the 1-yard line. That's the third one on the snap from the center. So it's cold, wet, and rainy here at Delta High School, and it is affecting these Eagles, having a hard time maintaining possession of the ball. So 4th and 5, huge play. Cade Jones going to try and draw him off sides. And Coach DeGunna will take a timeout. 1:49 left to play here in the third quarter. And we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After the timeout, the Eagles will have the ball on the 17-yard line, 4th and 5. Possibly the biggest play of the night for the Eagles. They've got to score quick here. 1:49 left in the third, down by 3 scores. And against the team that has only attempted one pass tonight. Screen pass to Bryce Dishman, and he is stopped at first, but he's still going to be stopped shy of the first down marker. So a turnover on downs for the Eagles, as the Marauders will take over right around the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 Marauders. Anthony Burnett once again on the carry, picks up about 7 yards on first down. At one time, Burnett had 5 carries for 10 yards. Now he is at 12 carries for 71 yards. He does have 1 fumble on the night. So he's really stepped his game up ever since about midway point in the first quarter. 2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line. And once again, the handoff to Burnett's going to move the chains.
Number 25, Anthony Burnett, the ball carrier for the Marauders.
So 1st and 10 from the 29. Once again, Anthony Burnett on the carry. Marauders doing a great job taking lots of time off the clock.
Ball carrier to number 25, Anthony Burnett.
Under 60 seconds left in the third quarter. And the Eagles are down by 3 scores, and this game pretty much will decide. If Mount Vernon does win this game, they will be crowned Hoosier Heritage Conference champions this season. Delta can come back and win next week. They will win the Hoosier Heritage Conference title this season. But with Tyler Dix carrying the ball like he is tonight, it's going to be very hard for Delta to come back.
Ball carrier to number 24, Tyler Dix.
There's now 12 carries, 183 yards on the ground. 18.1 left in the third. And as the teams leave the field, that will wrap up the third quarter of action tonight. Right here on Web Sports Machine, 21-0 ball game. Mount Vernon out on top, and we'll be right back with more action right here on Web Sports Machine. and welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. At the end of 3, Mount Vernon is up 21-0. Quick recap on the stats tonight. Anthony Burnett, 14 carries, 78 yards, 1 fumble, 0 touchdowns. Tyler Dix, the leading rusher of the night, 12 carries, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns as well as 2 fumbles. Andy Spears of Mount Vernon has the other rushing touchdown, 10 carries, 39 yards. And for Delta, the leading rusher is Joe Spiegel, 12 carries with 79 yards. Anthony Burnett with the carry. Brought down in the backfield by Alex Fawadavai. So loss of about 2 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Plays like that is what's going to get this team back in the game if they want to win. Down by 3 scores just inside the 4th quarter. This time Tyler Dix to the outside, and he's brought down out of bounds by Avery Hazley. Back-to-back tackles in the backfield. So in the 4th quarter, Delta is starting to play with lots of heart. Down by 21.
Pushed out of bounds by number 27, Avery Hazley.
Rain is still continuing to fall here at Delta High School. 3rd and 16. So on 3rd and long, they give to Anthony Burnett. Fumble on the play. Looked like it was recovered by the Marauders. And it was. Fumble was caused by number 27, Avery Hazley. Fumble was recovered by number 54, Wyatt Gutierrez.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dix.
That was Dix's 3rd fumble on the night. He has 14 carries, 2 touchdowns, 179 yards. So Alex Fawadavai back once again to return the punt as Anthony Burnett sets the kickoff to him. Alex Fawadavai trying to create a play. Penalty markers are down as Fawadavai is brought down to the 35-yard line.
Punt return by number 1, Alex Fawadavai.
So Delta slowly trying to get back into this ball game. They had a great job on the last 3 plays, stopping them in the backfield, forcing 1 fumble. They have got to get something going on offense. Just over 120 yards on the night of total offense. So after the penalty marker, it is now on the ball on the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles. 10:23 left to play in tonight's ball game. Joe Spiegel brought down about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 21 now. Jones drops back to pass. It's a halfback draw. And Mount Vernon was all over it.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel.
That'll now be 3rd and 9.
Met at the line of scrimmage by number 81, Alex Chambers.
Joe Spiegel's helmet did come off, so he'll have to come out for at least 1 play. That will send John Kern in to replace Joe Spiegel. And also Tavis Rattray will be coming into the game for the Eagles. 9:33 left in the fourth. 21-0 ball game. Mount Vernon out on top.
The Barn Lot is your shed and carport headquarters. The Barn Lot offers sheds, barns, cabins, and carports. They offer rent-to-own, no credit check, and free delivery. The Barn Lot is located on Meeker Road at the 67 Bypass in Muncie. Call the Barn Lot today at 813-245-0476.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 23, maybe 22-yard line for the Eagles. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, 9:33 left. 3 wide receivers out as Cade Jones draws back to pass. Tavis Rattray with the drop. So now 5 drop passes by the Eagle receivers tonight. So they're making Cade Jones' stats look much worse than they actually are. Now 6 for 15 passing, only 30 yards through the air. Down by 21, Coach DeGun is going to opt to send his punt unit out onto the field on the 22-yard line. Beautiful punt by John Kern. Will take an Eagle bounce out of bounds. Ball is going to be spotted on the 40-yard line. So down by 21. Eagles have got to make a stop fast and get the ball back and put some points on the board. 3-possession game, 9:20 left in the fourth quarter. So now 1st and 10, Marauders have the ball on their own 40-yard line. Andy Spears up the middle. Gets away, and he may take this one all the way into the end zone. Had to get the ref out of the way real fast, and he will take that one in for 6. Make it 27-0 after the 60-yard run by Andy Spears. That's Spears' second touchdown of the night. For the 4th time tonight, Logan Justice will be on to kick the PAT. He's perfect on the night, 3 of 3. Let's see if he can keep that streak alive and kick this 4th one in the uprights. And it is good. So now 28-0, 4-possession ball game with 9:11 left to go. Mount Vernon out on top over the Eagles. And we will be right back with more action. You are watching Webb Sports Machine.
In 2002, the average internet user spent 46 minutes a day online. Today, the average internet user spends more than 4 hours a day online. Beach Media helps you reach customers online through content like tonight's game, as well as customized internet marketing strategies designed specifically for your business. Your customers are online, and that's where you need to engage with them. For sponsorship and advertising opportunities, call Kyle at 813-245-0476.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. After the last score by Andy Spears, that puts him 11 carries, 99 yards with 2 touchdowns. As it is now a 28-0 ball game with just over 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. As Logan Justice is set to kick off to Alex Fuadavai and Joe Spiegel. He's going to take a bounce, and Joe Spiegel is going to get it around the 15-yard line. Has nowhere to run. So they will take over at the 12, maybe 11-yard line.
Tackle made by the Marauders, number 30, Seth Hammett.
So 28-0. Delta down by 4 possessions, trying to make this a ball game once again. 9:06 left to play as Cade Jones comes under center once again. Joe Spiegel on the carry, picks up about 2 yards. Spiegel is slowly closing in on the century mark of tonight's ball game.
20, Joe Spiegel. Tackle made by number 58, Lucas Rice.
Spiegel has 15 carries, 82 yards. He does have 1 fumble. Now Tate Stone bringing the play out for the Eagles. 2nd and 8 from about the 14, maybe 13-yard line. Jones is rolling out, going to try and hook up with Joe Spiegel. And the same old story tonight, dropped passes. That's the 6th drop pass by the Eagle receivers. So tomorrow in the papers, it's going to look like Cade Jones had an awful night, but he is doing exactly what they are asking of him. Hitting the receivers right in the hands, and they are unable to come up with any catches. Now you have to imagine maybe 1 or 2 drops a game, but 6 drops makes Cade Jones 6 for 16. Cade Jones tries to hook up with Tavish Rattray on 3rd down. So now it's 4th and 8 as the Eagles send the punt unit out onto the field once again tonight. And really the only time the Eagles have had really any scoring opportunity was when Cade Jones fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line, which from up here in the booth looked like he was down before he fumbled it. John Kern on the punt. Will be down by Avery Hazley at the 46-yard line. So Delta down by 4 possessions, and this is, like I've said many times throughout the broadcast, almost the decisive game on who wins the Hoosier Heritage Conference title this season. Normally you have an undefeated team win it, but this year Mount Vernon has only 1 loss, and that came to a 5A school in Kokomo. It looks like they should be able to hold on pretty easily and come out with a victory in this game, as Tyler Dix picks up about 10 yards, but there is a penalty marker down in the backfield. It's in the area of holding.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dix.
So after the penalty marker, they will repeat 1st down after the holding call. So looking at 1st and 20 now from the 42-yard line. Marauders have the ball in their own territory. Tyler Dix with the carry. Gets just past the line of scrimmage.
Ball carried by number 24, Tyler Dix.
It's now 2nd and 19. Actually, they spotted it with a loss of 1. So Eagle defense making a stop in the backfield once again. The carry was by Anthony Burnett.
Tackle made by number 2, Austin Conway.
Now to bring up 3rd and long for the Marauders. Which getting the first down isn't, obviously it's in their mind, but they just really want to take more time off the clock. Somehow the play clocks are already at 0. Tyler Dix with the carry, and he's going to break away. Alex Waterloo was the last man to try and catch him, and he will take it all the way into the end zone. That is another long touchdown run by Tyler Dix. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night. Now to put him at 16 carries and an unbelievable 233 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns along with 3 fumbles on the night. Now a 5-possession ball game as Logan Justice tries to make it an even 35-0. And the kick sails through the uprights after the PAT. It is now 35-0 here at Delta High School. 6:22 left to play in tonight's ball game. So after the touchdown, now 6:22 left to play, 35-0 ball game as Alex Fawadavai and Joe Spiegel are set back to return. And Logan Justice is set to kick off to the Eagles. Kick is away, and this one is a short one. Bryce Dishman on the return. And he is brought down at the 38-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 29, Bryce Dishman. Tackle made by number 26, Dan Werner.
Although down 35-0, this Delta team has a lot of youth on their side. They will be making lots of noise in the next few years. At the beginning of the season, they were starting 7 sophomores. Their leading wide receiver, Jalen Robinson, although he is out for the season, he will be coming back next season. So Joe Spiegel trying to book it to the outside. Picks up about 4 yards on first down. Got to make it about 2nd and 6. Ball spotted on the 43-yard line in Eagles territory. Fumble on the play once again, and this one is recovered by the Marauders. And look at the big man go all the way down to the 20-yard line. So that is Cade Jones' 5th fumble tonight. That is the 4th one on the exchange from the center. On that fumble recovery, that was Lucas Rice. He is 6'2", 240, and I honestly thought he might take it all the way back to the house. It was an excellent return after the fumble. And they will take over inside their own red zone, up by 35 with just over 5 minutes left in play. And with the timeout, we will be right back real fast with a word from one of our sponsors.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. Now 1st and 10, Marauders have the ball inside the red zone. Spotted right on the 19-yard line as they are trying to make it a 6-possession ball game. Already up by 35. That was Cameron Risper on the carry. That's his first carry of the night. Gain of about 2 yards on the play. Brought down right around the line of scrimmage. Now to bring up 3rd down and about 7 after the carry. It looked like Mitch Walber with the quarterback keeper.
Tackle made by number 40, Darren Stoltz.
So now 3rd and 9 from the 19-yard line. Handed off up the middle. And they will be stopped short of the 1st down marker, gain of about 5.
Ball carried by number 39, Logan Clevenger. Tackle made by the Eagles, number 27, Avery Hazley.
Now 4th and 4 as the Marauders will stay out there on offense trying to pick up the 1st down. I'm assuming on the ground. They've only had 1 pass attempt all night. And that time the quarterback threw it about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. Eagles will make the stop, but I don't think it's going to make any change in tonight's outcome. Although they will take over with 2:58 left to play. So 1st and 10 Eagles as Colin McCaslin comes in on offense to replace Cade Jones at quarterback. Joe Spiegel with the carry, picks up a couple yards on the on the run. So 2nd and 7 after the run by Joe Spiegel. 2:30 left to play. It's a 35-0 ball game here at Delta High School as Mount Vernon is out on top over the Eagles. Ball spotted on the 18-yard line. Another fumble on the exchange, but this one is recovered by Colin McCaslin. Now to bring up a now 3rd and 8 from the 17-yard line with under 2 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Another fumble on the snap. So on back-to-back plays, McCaslin fumbles the snap. And that will be a turnover on downs as the defense comes back out onto the field for the Eagles. Actually, that will be a punt. Sorry about that. Now 4th and 9. John Kern is set back to punt. It's going to take an Eagle bounce right around the 50-yard line. It'll spot it at the 49. So 27.1 left. You'd imagine we're going to just have one more play, as Mount Vernon should probably just take a knee and take this one down to 0 and wrap up tonight's ball game. So 1st and 10 from the 49, and Mount Vernon is in the victory formation. So that will bring the game clock to 0, and Mount Vernon can officially call themselves the 2012 Hoosier Heritage Conference champions in football. And tonight's ball game, they ended up winning 35-0. And they accumulated 414 yards on the ground tonight. And that is all the yards they had on the offensive side. They only attempted one pass, and that was a pass that the quarterback threw about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and was a penalty for the Eagles. Leading rusher was Joe Spiegel with 17 carries for 89 yards. Behind him was Mason Bechtel with 6 carries for 30. And passing tonight, Cade Jones was 6 for 17, 30 yards passing. But the story of the night was the rushing game by Mount Vernon and the turnovers by Delta. They had 6 dropped passes, 8 fumbles on the night. And the only time they got even close to the goal line, they fumbled it right around the 1-yard line. And on offense, they only had 121 yards total offense. But for everybody here at Webb Sports Machine, I'm Adam Brown. Next week, tune in. We'll be bringing you next week's game between Delta and Shelbyville. That will be the last regular season matchup for the Eagles. So make sure you tune in next Friday right here on Webb Sports Machine at 7:30. And thank you for tuning in tonight. Good night, everybody.